Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come and run my mouth and talk about the mess. Let's go ahead and get into it. So, Tracee Ellis Ross. I don't want to spend too much time on this. Tracee Ellis Ross has went viral. She was trending on Twitter. People are online giving their opinions, like I'm about to do. People are writing think pieces and dissertations and doing a whole bunch of carrying on, right? Tracee Ellis Ross is 51 years old. She posted a picture. I got on Instagram today and I saw the Neighborhood Talk had posted the picture. And I was like, this is weird. I follow Tracee Ellis Ross on Instagram. I was like, this is weird. I was like, why are they posting this old picture? And I just kind of went on by my day. Then I got on Twitter, and that's when I saw that people were talking about her. And I was like, oh, okay. I really do believe that there are a group of people out there whose life mission is to wake up every day and to sit in negativity, to have something to complain about, just not be happy. I know Tracee Ellis Ross is not this Kim Kardashian or Beyonce or Rihanna where she has 100, 200, 300, 400, a billion followers. Tracee Ellis Ross has over 11 million followers. That's still a nice little following. We also know for a fact that just because you have a following doesn't mean that everyone actually follows you. Girl, you can hit the follow button and don't see this person, girl, for months at a time. There are people who follow certain people and they don't get on Instagram for a year, right? For this picture to have went viral over a year after she posted this picture. Girl, Tracee posted this picture on July the 3rd, 2023. And y'all wake up having a fit and calling her thirsty on August the 12th, 2024. Again, I understand that Tracee does not have this large following where she has 200, 300 million followers. But girl, if y'all really cared about that photo, girl, y'all would have been having this conversation on July the 3rd, 2023. Or at least by July the 5th. Girl. The simple fact that we're having this conversation over a year after she posted this photo, just lets me know that y'all just want something to complain. Not y'all, but y'all just want something to complain about. I see too many people online saying that Tracee is thirsty, and that's why she ain't got no man, and this is why you single. Well, let me just break it down for the girls who don't know. Tracee is happy being single. She's talked about this numerous times. Tracee is happy being the rich black auntie. Tracee is not defined by whether or not she has a man beside her. Tracee is not defined by whether or not she has another man's last name. Tracee has found peace in living her life, in freedom in living her life the way that she wants to live her life. That's the gag. And I think because so many people are still attached to the playbook that has been created for us to live our life, and she said, no, 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 I'm going to create my own playbook, the people get real. They start shaking. Because how dare you be 51, rich, single, childless. Every time we see you, you on vacation with a bathing suit on, having a good time, laughing and kicking and giggling. How dare you? You're supposed to be at least somebody's mother, if not somebody's grandmother. You're supposed to be married, if not married, at least divorced. You should have at least, if not two, at least one kid. That's what you're supposed to have done. That was the plan. And Tracee said, no, 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 that's not what I'm doing with my life. And I think it bothers people. If Tracee wanted to get online every day and post her top and bottom, she could because she's grown. But the fact of the matter is if you go look at Tracee's Instagram page, Tracee is someone who dresses pretty modestly. About 99% of the time. She'll have her moments where she may have a little boob out, but everything else may be covered up. She'll have her moments where she may take a picture with her hand over her chest, right? But when it comes to her and the way she dresses, Tracee dresses pretty covered up, like literally. So I think that's another. I think it's so weird that now people they see this one picture of this woman who, again, most of the majority of the time, and I'm not talking about no 51% of the time majority. I'm talking about like at least 99. Girl, 98.5% of the time, girl, she's covered up, literally. And this is who y'all decide to get mad at on a Monday. This is who y'all decide to start dragging and calling thirsty on a Monday. The woman who is free and dresses, girl, covered up from head to toe. For real. For real. I saw this man. He posted on Instagram something along the lines, let me try to find it. Something along the lines of her with her being her age, what type of example will we have for, younger girls? Let me see if I can find it. So he put, she could have taken this photo in a sports bra. At this age, this is doing too much. She looks good, but where is the role modeling for our black queens? And so I responded to him and I put, are you a role model for the black kings? As soon as I clicked on your profile, your entire shirt is off. Spell hypocrite for us. How are you online talking about what Tracee Ellis Ross should do and how she's not an example or the example she should be for our black queens? But as soon as I click on your profile, 3 rows down, your entire shirt is off, just like Tracee Ellis Ross. Girl, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? I would rather have my nieces look at Tracee Ellis Ross as a role model before a lot of these girls. Quiet as it's kept, and I've said it, I'll say it again, it's not to be messy. I would rather have my nieces look at Chloe Bailey as a role model over Haley, Holly, whatever her name is, the Little Mermaid. For people to think that Tracee Ellis Ross has gotten onto the internet to try and thirst trap, girl, for y'all to think that Tracee Ellis Ross is doing this for the attention of men, how do you know she's not doing it for the attention of women? How do you know she's not trying to show women at 51 years old, this is how fabulous you can look if you keep yourself together, work out, eat the right foods, girl, be man free, kid free. How do you know that's not what she's trying to send? Why do y'all think anytime a woman does something like this, it's for the attention of a nickel? Some dusty ass nickel. Why? Girl, ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. Ain't nobody worried about y'all. Y'all think that y'all are on somebody's mind from the time they wake up and from the time they go to sleep. And the gag is for a lot of these women that y'all are. That's why you have the women in the comment section just as much as the men dragging Tracee Ellis Ross. Because, sister, you're not going to get no man like that, sister. Sister, you can't do that, sister. You're not going to get no man. Girl, don't nobody want one. Girl, you can have them. Girl, go have fun. Girl. I love Tracee Ellis Ross. I do. She gives me she's an amazing woman. I don't know the lady. She gives me she's an amazing woman. She lives life to the beat of her own drum. I love the fact that Tracee Ellis Ross is free. If Tracee woke up tomorrow and wanted to be in a relationship, she could, and nothing would be wrong with that. But Tracee Ellis Ross has been very vocal about her being okay with being single. And I think that's part of the reason why that it drives people crazy. Because when you have women like Tracee Ellis Ross, who has a platform that she has, and she vocalizes being free and single at her age, men and women tend to hate that because that's not the message you're supposed to be sending out. You're supposed to be sending out. You're supposed to be out here running, girl, trekking through the tundra. Shout out to the diva, girl, looking for a man. So how dare you use your platform to let these women know that, girl, you don't have to have no man, girl. If you want one, you want one. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But girl, you ain't gotta have no man, girl. You can live your life and be happy and free like me. That's why they got mad at Ebony K. Williams when Ebony came out and said I wanted a baby. So I just decided to go have a baby by my damn self. Because that's not the message you're supposed to be painting. You're supposed to be having a baby with somebody's dusty ass son. Girl, who probably gonna leave you as who probably gonna make you a single mommy anyways. I could just skip all of that and become a single mom on by my goddamn self, quiet as it's kept. Girl, I don't need him. I just raised a baby by myself because that's what most of y'all doing on, girl, even in marriage. You know how many people out there, girl, no shade. You know how many people out there who are married in relationships? Girl, and that be the gag to me. Girl, not to go off onto a rant. There are too many people out there who believe that that it's the women's job to raise kids for y'all to get me to believe that, girl, y'all not raising these kids by y'allself. There are too many women out there who make a joke out of having grown ass husbands as their kids for you to get me to believe that y'all not raising these kids by yourself. You know, that's a whole nother story, a whole nother day. But yeah, shout out to Tracee. I'm here for Tracee. I think Tracee is an excellent role model. I really, really do. She would be someone who I would love my nieces to look up to if they had to look up to somebody in the celebrity world. Tracee Ellis Ross would be at the top of the list. That woman is not problematic. She's always happy and smiling. She's single. She's free, right? And again, even if she wanted to be in a relationship, it would be because she wants to be in a relationship, not because she has been forced by society to be in one. Speaking of somebody who, girl, I would not want my nieces to look up to as a role model, let's get into Miss Tamar Braxton. Tamar, and all the other women out there, this is what I want to say. I'm going to let somebody say what I want to say. Okay?
How do you hoes act like if you ain't in no relationship, you gon' die? Y'all be weak in the knees. Stand up. Stand up. Ain't no nigga finna treat me like no yellow Laffy Taffy. I am not the booty piece of the bread. Moneybag said, I'm the whole loaf. He the breadcrumb.
Tamar is someone who I have been, her music. I've been a fan of Tamar's music since her very first album. A lot of the girls don't know, but The Love and War, was that the album she came out with? That was not her first album. Tamar's first album actually came out back in like the 2000s. I remember I bought that album for $5 at Walmart. Girl, Your Room, Getting On, girl, No Disrespect, girl, Money Can't Buy Me Love, girl, No Words, girl. The album is a cute debut album. Tamar has some bops on her hand. Tamar, when it comes to her musically, Tamar is talented. I could never take that away from Tamar. I will more than likely always be a fan of Tamar's music. I think where people start to get lost with Tamar is her and this road she chooses to go down with these men. At this point, y'all, let me just say something. It's no shade, girl. If you want to be in a relationship, be in a relationship. Ain't nothing wrong with it, as long as the relationship is positive and healthy. Okay, and beneficial for both parties or all parties involved. However, you know what I'm saying. You know, some of y'all, you know, if you're into the poly, you know, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying. But every time I look up, Tamar is girl on the internet crying over some man, and then girl, especially this white man. So Tamar gets online. Oh, Tamar, girl, I'm gonna need you to stand up. I'm gonna need you to stand all the way up. Tamar gets online and she says this, y'all have no idea, none. The gaslighting is crazy and I'm going back into treatment. Oh my God, I just pray that my marriage can be saved and my life can be spared. My family is awful. Junior means the world. JR means the world to me. Thank God for him. My husband and my children has saved. Wait, I'm sorry. Thank God for him. My husband and my children has saved my life. But I'm so mad at my life. My family is toxic. I should have never went back to BFV. Never. Y'all, I'm going through it. I'm single and sad, and this TV-ish is a lot. You got Tamar online, girl, talking about her family pretty much ain't shit, and they ain't gonna ever be shit. And then you had the white man. What do they call him? Colonel Sanders. Is that why he got mad when they made the joke about him? Then you got him online talking about love me or hate me, I'm gonna keep winning. Girl, this man is showing you he don't give a fuck about you. You online crying about your family, calling your family toxic, but girl, this white man is online talking about girl, love me or hate me, I'm gonna keep winning. I'd rather be in the courtroom, but the truth is, personal injury attorneys spend more time on the phone than in court. Good morning, great people with kindness and grace. They need your energy more than you know. Can't no man who went to my op, okay, and told her my business and munched on her asshole and took a video and pictures for the world to see, tell me a fucking thing. Every time I look up, Tamar is in some job relationship. Before Vince, she had told us that she was being physically right, getting her ass whooped, basically. And then we learned through Miss Evelyn that Vince was over there knocking her head between a washer and a dryer. That's what her mama said. That's what her mama said. Miss Evelyn said she had to grab the baby and run in the room while Vince was swinging Tamar around the house with his big ass. One time I could never stand. That's one. Now that's a nigga who I couldn't stand. When I tell you Vince was one of the probably most nastiest. Like his spirit was just mean to me. That's the reason why I did not watch Tamar's spinoff show. Because I could not stand Vince. I thought Vince was a mean. Vince gave me just a mean person. Anyways, then you got with David, the African. And I don't know if he was physically abusing her, but I think he was emotionally and mentally abusing her. And then remember when Tamar tried to take her own life. Now she with this white man who don't mean her no good, who got online and not allegedly, but said out of his own mouth that he purposely tried to hurt her when he got with Tommy. And now you got her online talking about, girl, her family ain't shit, girl, he saved my life, and all types of carrying on. What else she said? Hold up. This is something else she said. When I post something negative, it goes viral. Well, stop posting negative stuff. When I post something positive, no one pays attention. Y'all prove me right on what y'all want from me. Y'all can't. Well, why your husband ain't posting a positive? Let me show. Why can't I be healthy and healed? Because you're not healthy and you're not healed. That's why you don't need to be in a relationship. Girl, your focus needs to be you and your son. Y'all was waiting for my life to fall apart. And then she tagged him. Is and has been the most positive person in my life. Okay, girl. And my best friend and family. Okay, girl. Let me tell you something. When a man comes into your life and then they start to make it seem as though your family is the bad guy, girl, you'll look up Tamar, ain't gonna have no friends or family. And y'all want me to say something bad about him so bad. But post my number one singles and my new album with Tricky Stewart and bringing a network back from dead. This is terrible. Tell your man to post it. Tell your man to post your number one singles and your new album with Tricky Stewart. Tell him to post it. Tamar is sad. And I hate that for Tamar. I really, really do, because I think she's a talented woman. She sings her face off. Tamar has good songs. but it gets overshadowed by this fuck shit and her messy ass life. It's sad that Tamar chooses to go through life like this, feeling the only time that she is alive is when she's with a man. That's a nasty word. That's a horrible way to live. And y'all got the nerve to be talking about Tracee Ellis Ross. Bitch, I'd rather have Tracee Ellis Ross any day before I have Tamar's. Or a lot of these women, if you want to be honest about it. Because either they cheating on you, bringing you STDs and STIs, having babies on you, convincing you to have all these children for you to raise them by your damn self, driving you crazy, having you in and out of therapy. Girl, Tracee is around town, girl, dressing up. Girl, every time I look up Tracee dressed up going somewhere. Or girl, on vacation. Girl, at somebody's at one of her little nieces or nephew's birthday party. And then she on somebody's plane, girl, back in somebody's villa. Okay. Then she gonna be on somebody's red carpet dressed up, and then she going back to somebody's birthday party, and then she going back to somebody's private island. I'm sick of Tamar. Tamar, girl, you need to get your life together and leave that white man alone. Cause he ain't no good for you. You ain't gotta drag JR. Cause girl, we've been clocked JR a long time ago. We've been clocked him. We waiting for you to wake the fuck up and clock him. Oh, girl. Girl, I don't care, girl. Shout out to y'all, honey. Not y'all, but shout out to the people who I guess, girl, you got a man. Girl, I mean, she got a man. That's what y'all say. That's the end goal. Y'all say the end goal, girl. At least she got a man, girl. At least she got a man. He wearing her ass low and got her in and out of therapy and embarrassing her on the internet, but at least she got a man. At this point, with all the things that Tamar has been through, the biggest thing probably her trying to take her own life. As harsh and as insensitive as this may sound, I don't feel bad for Tamar. And I'm not saying she's asking us to feel, sorry for her, but I don't feel bad for Tamar because at this point in Tamar's life, how old is Tamar? I think Tamar is pushing 50. Tamar ain't no young girl. Tamar has lived more than half of her life. Tamar Braxton. Tamar is 47 years old, still going through what she's going through with these men. It's a choice. Tamar is choosing to go through this. Tamar don't have to go through none of this stuff. It is a choice. It really, really is. Tamar is choosing to go down the road that she goes down with these men and these relationships. What Tamar needs to concentrate on is her health, her mental health, and her son. That is it. Maybe her mama. You know what I'm saying? Maybe her daddy. All right. But her first. Let me tell you something. I'm about to say something that's about to make some of y'all upset. You come before everybody. You come before your children. You come before your grandmother. You come before your husband. You come before your nieces and nephews and grandfather and best friend. If you don't put yourself first, if you don't make sure that you are the best version of yourself, if you don't make sure that you are filled with love and positivity as much as you can, if you don't make sure that you are happy as much as you can be happy, there's no way that you can be there for other people. If you're not whole, if you're not the best, I can't even put a percentage on it. If you're not the best version of yourself, if you can't show up in this world and you're showing up whole, how can you really be there for your children? How can you really be there for your best friend? How can you really be there for your husband or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your side chick or your side nickel? Okay? Your mama, your daddy. You always come first. And when you are good, everybody else is going to be good. You can't be there for your children and be there mentally, emotionally, right? If you just a walking disaster, don't know what day it is, don't know what time it is, don't know if you're coming or you're going. Tamar, there's no way with Tamar, us having the glimpse that we have into Tamar's life, there's no way that she can be there for the people that she really need to be there for, aka her son. Because every time we look up, Tamar is going through some mental breakdown on the internet over a goddamn man. She should be embarrassed. She should be ashamed. Because at this point, as harsh and as insensitive as it may sound, it is a choice for Tamar to be in this situation with this man. It is a choice for her to sit there and continue to be embarrassed. It is a choice for her to bring that shit down to the internet and then get mad when people have an opinion about it. We wouldn't have no goddamn opinion about your mess, about your life, if you didn't tell us. That's one of the main reasons why she didn't want to carry her ass over to Real Housewives of Atlanta on Bravo, where they probably would have tripled her check, the one she getting on WeTV. Because she knew they would have got into her real situation, the real mess with her husband. See, on Braxton Family Values, it's more so about the sisters, the sisterhood. On Bravo, they're going to get into your shit. And they really going to figure out what's going on between you and that white man. Again, be a Tracee Ellis Ross. Don't be a Tamar Braxton. All right, so listen to this. T.I. and Tiny score major win in court after a judge grants the dismissal of their SA lawsuit. Neighbors get into this. T.I. and Tiny can finally move past their SA allegations after a judge granted the dismissal of the lawsuit filed against the couple. According to the LA Times, back in June, the couple asked the judge to grant them a dismissal on the grounds that the plaintiff's claims are time barred and that she fails to allege facts sufficient to state any claim. The order says the lawsuit stemmed from a 2021 police investigation surrounding allegations that T.I. and Tiny S.A. Jane Doe in 2005. Doe accused a couple of S.A. battery, negligence, false imprisonment, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. The LA County District Attorney ultimately decided not to file the charges, but Jane Doe decided to file an official lawsuit under the California's SA and Cover-Up Accountability Act that allows civil suits in cases of SA that have gone past the statute of limitations when one or more entities are legally responsible for damages and the entity or the agents engaged in a cover-up. The judge ultimately decided to side with T.I. and Tiny, essentially agreed the statute of limitations had indeed passed. The plaintiff does, though, have a weeks-long window to provide the courts with the necessary evidence to refile. If they cannot provide it, though, they must agree to dismiss the lawsuit without prejudice. Thoughts, neighbor? I mean, girl, listen. This is the thing. Just because something gets dismissed does not prove that the person didn't do it. And just because something is past the statute of limitations does not mean the person did not do it. I mean, I guess for T.I. and Tiny, it's a win. So I guess shout out to them, honey. All right, y'all. I'll be back. I'm about to watch a little TV. I'm going to try to edit this video as quickly as possible. And then we'll be back to talk about some more mess. Bye, y'all.